again. Nothing like it. You love to see that. Lions getting back off the snide. It's huge. It's huge for the team. That was a big game on the road in the desert. So you love that. You love to see them get another win. But before we get into that, yes, Nick, yes. There is breaking news.
Third time's a charm.
About, well, I was doing the intro. About the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers have officially called up the number one pitching prospect in the MLB, Jackson Jobe. Jackson Jobe will be joining the staff. It looks like he's going to be starting, coming out of the bullpen. So you love to see that. Yep, this is from Jason Beck. It says Jobe is expected to pitch out of the bullpen for the Tigers, who have used their relievers heavily to charge in the AL wildcard race. Shelby Miller designated for assignment to open a roster spot. So that kind of sucks. Shelby Miller, cool guy, friend of the network. He was lights out to start the season, but then started sputtering a little bit as the season went on. But wish him the best. Hope all is well with him. But it's Jobe season.
Let's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah,
like that's a high pressure moment to come up and make your first start as in a playoff contention situation.
Yep.
Like, and not a traditional one either. Like this is like historic. Like there's a lot of momentum behind it. So.
Are you nervous for him, or do you think he's built for it?
So,
he's built for it.
Yeah, he's definitely built for it. But the thing I would say about that, Easy, is that we've been making these, 6 ERA pitchers in AAA, no names, like 15th to 25th ranked prospects in the Tigers organization look like prime Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
And look like the best relievers ever that you've ever seen, this run that we're on right now. So what can they do with the number one pitching prospect in all of baseball with the ability to throw 101, 102 with a shutdown, maybe best top of the line slider that in baseball already.
Now
that is his extreme elite pitch.
Now that he is in the baseball, now that he is in the show, he's got one of the top 5 pitches in MLB.
Did you say in the baseball?
Now that he is in the show, that he's in the major leagues, he's got one of the top 5 pitches in baseball. It is that wipeout slider that's got like over 3,000 RPMs. Like the dude is just absolutely nasty. So I'm hyped. I am going to the game on Wednesday. Got some damn good seats. Shout out to Mustache. Shout out to the Tigers first of all for waiving all of the ticket fees and the taxes on the games for the rest of the year.
That's real.
They want people in the stands. They want Detroit to show up. So I also, my boy Mustache got hooked up because of his job. So we got really nice seats for really cheap. So I'm excited to go see him on Wednesday, and hopefully Jobe gets on the tit at some point in that game. That'd be pretty cool.
Fellas, with the call-up of Jobe, this symbol is just a whole different organization. Things have been going our way finally, and you wouldn't really see this too much in the past, but is it time to retire? Pizza, bitch! Because I think since that rant, we're like 15 games over 500. We're not the same team, not the same organization right now moving forward when that rant was taking place.
It's not time to retire that until Javi Baez is designated for assignment.
I like it. Let's go, Spenny.
That's when we can retire that, because it was originally, you were worked up because they didn't spend any money. They didn't bring in a batter to compliment some of these young guys, and that still is something that could have helped us be maybe in first place in the Central right now. Maybe definitely ahead of some of the other guys. Ahead of the Orioles, even if we had a Matt Chapman or a person like that. So I don't think it's time to retire that yet, at least until Javi is off of the team.
I like it. I'm fired up. This has been the most unbelievable run, Tiger baseball, and obviously we're going to get into so much Lions today, but Jackson Jobe being called up, I honestly, is it crazy to say I have extremely high expectations for the guy?
Yeah. No.
Is that crazy to say that?
It's not crazy.
No, I think we did, but this moment for me is a big moment, and I don't know. I'm not going to question AJ Hinch right now. He is piecing a magical run together, and some of it maybe is chip on these young guys' shoulders, actually get an opportunity, them wanting to show out for it. But this is a high stress situation, and if Jobe can come through, I think he got one. That'd be crazy. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. But if it's crazy. I don't know. I don't even know the line of thinking there. You're putting a rookie in the spot right now.
It's
I think you let him cook with
You
Fetter.
let him cook. You give him
With
more
Fetter.
time with Chris Fetter. You bring him up, give him MLB at-bats that doesn't take away from his years of eligibility because September call-ups doesn't count on the years that the team has you under control. So I love it. Get the kids some more run. I don't think it's crazy to have high expectations for him. He's the number one pitching prospect in baseball.
Yeah.
He is a filth machine. So
Is it like
hopefully
high
it goes
expectations
up.
right away though? I guess is like
Yes,
that's
it
why
is
I'm
high.
asking.
It is immediately high expectations, and he's gonna fulfill it because the dude's nasty, and Chris Fetter makes everybody better.
And AJ knows what he's doing right now. So I mean, I don't know, man. I if this works out, that's a fucking hell of a move by AJ Hinch. I mean, holy shit.
Boys, this is the first time all season where we've been able to sit and talk on the show where we are actually holding the playoff spot, a game in front of the
Yeah.
Minnesota Twins, tied with the Kansas City Royals. Fellas, what the hell is going on? We're almost here.
Yeah.
We
I
got
have
a
a
week
question.
away. Let's go.
Hottest team in baseball.
Because I saw a couple
by
comments
far.
on the posts on Twitter once the news was broke that he wouldn't be eligible for the playoffs.
That's not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the line of thinking there? Why are people saying that?
Because he thought
Wow.
like you'd have to be on the 44-man roster for a certain amount of time before playoffs or something like that. But no, that's not true.
So he would make that.
He would have to make the roster. Like you,
Maybe
you
that's
have
why
to
the
cut down
call-up
the
happened?
roster for the playoffs, but he's still eligible to be on that roster. So if he's dealing, like he's going to be one of the pitchers on that roster for sure.
Could that be why the call up happened?
Could be.
I mean, were you?
I think, like I said, he was going to be a September call up either way. Like we called this a while ago, but they're in the playoffs now, so it definitely looks better. But he was going to make this roster either way, but no. Burn in the Woodward Sports chat says Lil Chris has visited by the three ghosts of Tigers past, present, and future, also known as Al Kaline, Riley Green, and Max Clark. The fees, he waived the ticket fees and called the local boy to buy the biggest goose. A cooked goose for everyone. Now, you like to see that he waived the fees. That is something, that's 100% on Chris Ilitch. So shout out to him for doing that. Paid off, Detroit. Go see the Tigers this week. There's no excuse not to. They got really cheap seats. They're going fast. So grab some tickets. Go see the Tigers.
No doubt about it.
Get that playoff atmosphere.
Yes.
Yo,
Get
introduce
Comerica
that young
Park
guy
rocking.
to the Detroit Tigers baseball the way we knew it as.
Yeah, can you imagine Jackson Jobe on the mound in a one-run game, 2 outs in the 7th with Comerica Park rocking, dude?
Just fucking sweaty
Oh,
and dirty
it's
from
gonna-
cutting the lawn in the backyard,
Yeah.
drinking lemonade. You got Dan Dickerson on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
It's going to be electric.
You hear the screaming coming through. You got all the, drunk fans Friday
Yeah.
night. You can hear Tin Roof from a mile away.
Nick's out there interviewing drunk people.
Yep, let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
Man, that'll be the vibe. Hopefully they do it, man. Some other breaking news when it comes to Detroit sports. This one I was positive, but want to get it out to you guys. I'm sure some of you saw it by now, but Marcus Davenport out for the season.
Yes.
With an elbow injury.
No,
He
God,
signed
please,
here,
no,
and we looked at his history, and you're like, okay, this kid can play, but this kid remains hurt all the time, it seems like. And lo and behold, in just 3 weeks here, the Detroit Lions, 1 week missed with a pulled groin, and now this out for the season with the elbow injury. Spinney, what is your initial reaction to that one? I mean, if I'm Brad Holmes, I don't want to get this started this early. I know we got to go into a whole topic about it. Maybe we can start the show with that one, but you got to pick up the phone, right?
You have to get an edge rusher. You do. You have to get an edge rusher to complement Aiden Hutchinson. This is your Super Bowl winning season. Go get fucking Max Crosby. Like, why not? You got the cap space. You got some assets. Mm-hmm. I'd give up 2 firsts for Max Crosby right now.
Fresh off a loss to the Panthers.
Yeah,
That's got to have
getting
that.
clapped
Yeah.
by the Panthers.
I thought I was doing something slick in fantasy, picking up the Raiders defense just because Carolina sucks. I got
Andy
fried.
Andy Dalton got your ass.
Dalton got your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, who lost the pick?
Oh, I don't know. I was at the top of the leaderboard. I don't know.
Easy was saying me, possibly, but
But you have to,
Oh,
we
it's a
all
Monday
have
night.
tonight
I got-
going
yeah.
too.
we
Okay.
did pick the Monday night games within our pick 'em, and I locked the
We'll tally it
Bills.
up tonight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man, that's unfortunate. One name I do see out there, and I'm gonna save it for a topic. This is a topic worthy conversation to be had. But I see the Hassan Reddick stuff, and I definitely want to address it. But definitely want to get
Hassan
that news
Reddick?
out there.
Wouldn't
Save
cost you much at all.
No, he would not at all.
I mean, he'd cost you financially. You'd have to
Yeah.
re-sign him before he played a snap. He's already made that imperative. But you could trade 5th-round pick and get Hassan Reddick right now.
You think a 5th gets
Yes.
it done?
Yes.
Because he's not playing at all?
Yes.
2-year,
I just said,
$40
let's
million.
save
You
it for
doing
a topic. What's going on? What'd you say, Nick? I'm fucking with you.
I didn't hear you said save
No,
it.
he already started.
2 years,
Earn it
40
now,
mil. You
bud.
think it gets it done?
Nah, I don't think it happens, man.
2 years, 40 mil. Would that get it done?
That's the thing, though. Is like he wants to be paid. Brad Holmes is not in the camp of paying guys that
Yeah.
weren't
He doesn't
homegrown.
know.
You know, he's
And
But
that's
he
already
did this year. You paid DJ Reader. That worked out. You paid David Montgomery. That worked out.
Another thing, too, though, I look at is
Hey,
the makeup of
Marcus
Davenport,
Davenport,
the type of
that
player that
didn't
he
work out.
is on the defensive line versus Hassan Reddick. He's more of like a speed rusher.
He's definitely,
Yeah,
he's
Davenport's more of a
a
set the
one-trick
edge and run
pony
through
kind
you.
of guy.
Yeah, I don't know if they're looking for that style specifically, though, too. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, dude.
We
Jordan?
definitely had the conversation.
Go after Cam Jordan.
I mean,
They're
that
not
makes
selling right
a
now,
ton
though.
of
That
sense.
could be a name that, Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, obviously very familiar with that guy.
But
the
they-
Saints aren't going to be selling right
Yeah.
now, but they're not legit, so they're going to sell at some point this year. Like Derek Carr wasn't going to go 100 for 100 in drives resulting in touchdowns. So.
Shit, though. I think they're really still going to compete for that division, though. That was a close game with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Now the Eagles came there and just mopped them and
Yeah, but-
made them look like frauds.
Fucking Eagles, dude.
It literally took two defensive backs. Did you see how that game ended?
Yeah.
The two guys collided with each other. That's how Goddard got off like that. But by the way, it killed both my parlay in my fantasy big money league. So shout out to Dallas Goddard. Fucking asshole motherfucker. Anyway, let's do that. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions
this weekend.
Yeah, me too.
Spenny, the one we cooked up Friday.
Did hit. If you tailed the Spenny rushing parlay with Caesar Sports,
time.
I gave it out. Over for both Lions backs, under for James Conner, over for Kyler Murray. It hit in like the first quarter. Like you just had to sweat.
Kyler Murray.
No, Kyler Murray was at like
Conner.
34 yards in the first quarter. Yeah, you just had to
was at
sweat
20.
James Conner, but he wasn't. doing
Gibbs and
anything.
Demont basically hit theirs both on their first drive.
Mine
Yeah.
hit, but I sweat the McBride. I only hit him 25 yards. He hit it on the dot before going out, which he looked like he got.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk
is
about
that
I
on
mean,
the,
he's a fucking idiot. Dude.
Yeah, I was
He
going to
is.
say, is that on the sheet specifically?
it. We'll talk about the injuries at some point. We'll come back, continue on this Marcus Davenport conversation, how the Detroit Lions should address it, when they should address it, who they should address it with. But first, speaking of addresses, purchase your new home with the best in the business. That's my guy.
Hey.
Mark White, gonna do you right.
right.
Give him a call today at 248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesales.com. You can save you up to $5,000 on the purchase of your new home.
And speaking of cash and parlays, if you want to tail a Spenny parlay, you know to do it on Caesar Sportsbook because you can bet up to $1,000. And if you lose, which you won't because Spenny parlays don't lose, you get your money back. You think I'm crazy? Scan the QR code, enter the code Woodward1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get it back up to $1,000. That's right, up to $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet just $20. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward100 or scan the QR code on the screen. I gave you the bet Friday. Should have tailed. Only on Caesar Sportsbook.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit Michigan Sports and Spine or call 248-426-9944.
That Dr. Pierce, he sure is a guy, isn't he? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm joined by Spinmo Rax. We have young Chris and Microwave Nick in the building. Smash that like button. Be a friend and tell a friend. All right.
Who, May?
Marcus Davenport. First and foremost, listen, that was the one signing I think at the time I was pissed off about, mostly because I wanted Daniil Hunter. You guys, as you do, you know, everything is sunshine and rainbows, so of course, I'm the piece of shit bad guy. Then lo and behold, week 3, and all due respect to him, he's good. But it was the injury stuff, the guy's out for the rest of the season, bro. Come on, Brad. Nah, I can't. Some of them worked out. No, Emmanuel Mosley, actually, who I liked.
You sure
I
did.
liked Emmanuel Mosley.
You like him wounded.
He was he's going to be our starting
interesting.
nickelback, you know, come regular season. And then got hurt again. Brad, I'm not going to question his philosophy, the way he does this thing. If there is one thing, though, it's definitely the injuries. Marcus Davenport, goddamn. But we're moving on.
Yeah.
And we still were productive in that game. Do the Detroit Lions, do they even have to make a move, Smitty?
Yes, they have to make a move. The Detroit Lions need to add an edge rusher. I liked what I've seen out of Levi Onwuzurike so far.
I love what I see out of Levi.
I like what I've seen out of Josh Pascal. James Houston is definitely going to get more run now with Davenport being out. But, yeah, I do think in a season where you are expected, I expect you to win the Super Bowl. You need to go out there and you need to supplement that the loss of Marcus Davenport. The defense looks really good, and you need to keep that level of play up there because Davenport was damn good when he played. Like he made plays. He had a sack. You know, the first game he was moving people around. He's somebody the defense has to worry about, or the offense has to worry about. But that was it. Is he couldn't stay healthy, and unfortunately that trend continued, which is just crazy. That like injury prone people, it just doesn't make sense to me how some people can just go their entire career, never really have a big injury, never have a bad injury. Some people, unfortunately, like Marcus Davenport, just are injury prone. It doesn't make sense at all because I'm sure he takes care of his body just as well as the next guy, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. So, you know, hopefully he's healthy and best of luck to him going forward. But as of right now, you need to make a move to supplement that.
You and Tua share the brain stuff, man. You guys fucking injury prone up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it does suck, though, huh?
I'm trying to think what my last one was.
Man, I don't play football anymore.
Yeah, but I had a couple outside of football as well.
Which, by the way, boys, the tackle you said we don't see. I saw tons of those this weekend.
Of a quarterback getting slammed on the ground?
Anyone getting slammed on the ground. One, actually, since we're on the topic of injuries, just a little update if you guys don't know what's going on. And then we'll finish some Marcus Davenport stuff, too. But it is a concussion for Brian Branch.
Yeah.
I know they originally – I only say that because it was originally reported as a neck injury. And it was concussion, and that's when
he is in protocol.
Well.
And that's – we talked about that,
Trey
dude.
McBride's fault.
Yeah, Trey McBride, fuck you, man. Like, you want to talk about dangerous – offensive players talk about dirty hits, but then do shit like that, where they just use their head as a fucking battering ram. No repercussions, no league fine, no nothing. He literally just lowered his head and headbutted Brian Branch in the back of the neck. Like, you shouldn't be able to do just because if a defensive player did that, he'd be kicked out of the game.
Absolutely.
He'd be drawn and quartered on live television. But because it's an offensive player, they just don't do anything about it. It's ridiculous.
Drawn and quartered.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I heard like tarred and feathered.
Yeah.
Drawn and quartered is when you are cut right here and your insides fall out, but you don't die. You stay alive for like 3 days.
That's brutal.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they would do if it was a defensive player.
Not great, Bob.
Roger Goodell would do that.
I don't even know if he did it on purpose. He just braced himself for the hit and went a little too low.
But I don't care if you're doing it on purpose or not. He goes,
yeah, he did
and
it. So
he headbutts him.
Yeah, this is horrible because if you think about this defense and how successful we've been, Brian Branch has been an absolute menace. He's on pace to be an all-pro safety.
Yeah.
7 passes defended, 2 TFLs, 22 tackles, 1 interception. Like, he has been flying around the place everywhere. And to see him go down the way he did,
Very unfortunate.
that shit was scary. I'm telling you, I was dead silent. I'm like, praying to the God or something over here. I'm like, it looked like he was out. Like, they switched the commercial.
He was out.
He was out.
That's fucking scary. That's one of our best players. When I talk about blue chip players that get your team to that next level, that Super Bowl level, he has turned into that already. And to see him out this early, it's extremely unfortunate, honestly. So screw Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't see it again, or we're putting some hits down.
We got a long week. We don't play until Monday, so hopefully Branch will be good to go, and he'll be out of protocol by the time Monday comes around.
Even if he's not, man, just get
the
well,
bye
man.
week after.
I'm really not even expecting him to be back, but I will say this, maybe some good news. I don't know if it's happening for sure or not. Obviously, I haven't had practice, but you see Malafon on the practice report for 4 weeks now. They didn't put him on IR. They got to assume he's got to be coming back probably around that week, where he fills in the position that he played last year.
Hopefully
played phenomenally at too, might I add. But
yeah,
Chris, what are you about to say?
At pace for the greatest ever. At pace for the greatest ever was iffy last year. But no, that's exactly where I want to go to kind of bridge the two, the Davenport and Branch injuries. The Branch injury is a little more substantial to me, not in terms of obviously the length of the injury, but the impact of it. And with Davenport, again, you kind of had to expect that. And you got to believe that with Levi and all of and Josh Pascal, and again, what I hope for Houston, maybe I'm still one of the last ones holding out hope for Houston. You could patch that together for now, but you do absolutely need to make a long-term move. But the Brian Branch one, I mean, that's a guy that he makes winning plays every big game. Like, he is a guy that will have that one play that changes the game, like he did opening game last year against the Chiefs, like that pick six. That is a game-changing play. He makes those type of plays consistently, and so he is definitely a big loss for this Lions team if he is out for a week. So that's a big one. But Brad's absolutely got to pick up the phone, make a move, and Spencer's right. You got all the assets.
Pick up the phone, babe.
Great song.
Got it.
Phenomenal song.
Yeah, I like the Cam Jordan stuff, although I think you got to wait till they probably fall off a little bit of a cliff. That's the other part is like,
that one would make the most sense.
I'm still kind of camp. This might not happen until around trade deadline.
Yeah.
Probably still.
Oh yeah.
Because like who's willing to get rid of their assets right now? The season's still young.
Sure.
Even the bad teams are catching a couple.
That's
we
what
just
I'm
saw the
trying to
Panthers catch a W yesterday.
Red Rifle.
That's what I'm trying to say is that like they have enough to piece it together to where they can approach this like in a month or 6 weeks from now. They don't have to make this decision right now. The way this roster is constructed, again, you're expecting improvements both defensively and offensively from this team as the secondary gels and as the offense gets a hold of itself. Like, this team can survive the Davenport injury until the trade deadline, but they do absolutely need to make that move at some point. They do have the luxury of waiting, though, I will say.
I think you 100% have to finally give James Houston the run.
Yes.
To pair that with what Aiden Hutchinson has been, if you can get 85% of what James Houston was his rookie season, he's going to help out this defense a lot when it comes to strictly getting to the quarterback. Now, we've seen Geno Smith in these situations before. Another running quarterback. He loves to get out of the pocket. I remember last year specifically, they get him rolling right, and they get wide receivers crossing over the middle. So we got to watch out for that, especially Aiden Hutchinson, and containing him. But I think you got to let James Houston loose and see if you still have that player from his rookie year. That's what I would do. That would be my first move to address this Marcus Davenport injury.
Yeah, you almost don't have the option other than to. But like when you look at just the makeup of what they've done between drafting Josh Pascal, then obviously have signed Marcus Davenport. Houston definitely is a guy you put on the field, he can get up the quarterback. But I think they're like those bigger body defensive ends that could seal off the run block.
Yeah, they need a guy. They need a guy that can play 3 downs.
Yeah,
they need that
like
guy,
bigger body,
and they made that pretty obvious that they don't want just a guy who can only do one thing. So, whether maybe Agoud gets called up, maybe one of those guys.
A good player.
He's a good player.
I hope they get a good player.
A good defensive end. So,
did he make the practice? He's in the practice squad, right? Okay.
So is what's his
name?
But
he might come in and play as Sam because you have another injury. And Derek Barnes, it's already been labeled as long term, but not necessarily out for the season yet. Dan Campbell said it depends on the tissue scarring inside or outside, or whatever that means. I'm not a doctor, by playing one on TV and you with your wife. But anyway, no, but yeah, he probably gets called up to play Sam.
How's your sister?
Oh look, Campbell was out there playing Sam too.
Campbell can play some Sam. Malcolm's gonna play some Sam. Germ's gonna play some Sam.
We got sacked with injuries, bro.
Yeah, we got
McNeil.
we got a fat injury put right on our face for sure. So hopefully, big old injury just put right.
Thick.
Hopefully these aren't debilitating.
Pulsating.
Like I know
Veiny.
Aleem's as well. Aleem McVeal. All right, dude. I mean, I made it subtle, and they got it. You're just gotta keep going.
Welcome to my world.
McNeil also.
You be singing over here,
dude. Stop talking about this.
I see you be singing over here.
Aleem McNeil also out. Hopefully that injury isn't too bad. Hopefully his is not serious, but that also didn't seem like it was going to be anytime soon that he'll be back.
They're literally, if you're watching the game of the broadcast, they're literally showing Laporta being carted off, and then pan over to Lee McNeil,
he's
laying on the ground. Yeah, like, bro. His looks like a shoulder injury, too.
What the fuck?
I listened to Dan Campbell Presser. I don't know if we got any details on him specifically. I'll have to look it up. Maybe on X.
Fellas, good looked good. Said
good player.
Yes,
maybe it is good that we have this early bye, though. We talked about it earlier in the season and how like early buys are not good. The way that these guys are dropping like flies right now, it's a good thing we have the bye week this early, to be honest. And if these guys are banged up and the injury could get worse if you play them, I'm 100% sitting them. You try to take care of business with the guys that you have that are healthy in this game. Monday Night Football, get the crowd pushing a little bit. Revenge spot. I like our chances with no matter who's playing. Like Dan Campbell said, we have great depth in that interview during the game.
You do have depth. And where was it? Someone in the Woodward Sports chat, Jay Cruz in 71 said rake is straw time. No, it's Iffy or Brandon Joseph if Iffy can't go. Yeah. Brandon Joseph didn't look bad out there when he did get put in the game. He had a damn good preseason.
I think it's going to be Iffy. I mean, I don't know what's going on for sure with Iffy. I know they flirted with like the idea of... No, I know, but I don't know what's going on with him, like in terms of like the healing process or him just like getting better. But they flirted with the idea of putting him on IR at one point. If they didn't, I assume that means they expected him to get better around
before the bye week. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying right around that time, because otherwise you could have thrown him in the IR, save the roster spot, get somebody to replace him for that time being a good player. So like I think if he can be a hero, baby. Come Monday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks.
Away the pain.
Oh yeah. All right, we got it.
And stand by you forever. Or until Brian Branch gets back.
You can't take my breath away.
All right, let's go to break here. Tell us about the pregame show.
The pregame show, it is Woodward and Maine with insights from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matthew Broder. And after that, make sure you guys check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's the New Holland pregame show. Where's it at? Second best bar in Detroit. It's the best bar in Detroit. It's with Neil Rule and Sean Belegian every home game at Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports. It's going to be this Monday at Second Best Bar in Detroit. It's the pregame show. Make sure you check it out. Second Best Bar in Detroit.
And it's not going to be Neil and Sean Belegian with their old faces. It's going to be the Heavies.
And
Monday Night Football pregame show at the the Second Best Bar. Drinking New Holland. Because, you know, the gym-based cocktail, long drink, they got the best one you could ever drink. It's the taller long drink, made here in Michigan with fresh grapefruit puree. Make sure you guys tap in and get some of this taller long drink. It is damn good. Shout out to New Holland, again, a Michigan-based company. They've been putting on for the live watch parties and all that good stuff. I'm ready to slam some taller long drinks and watch Monday Night Football at Second Best Bar. Heavyweights there this week.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How? Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and easy first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
No saver. Well, though, welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. He's joined by Spin More Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Yeah, we didn't even get into like the game yet because the names these injuries belong to are some playmakers.
Some playmakers.
I mean, Ali McNeil, that's probably probably your best defensive tackle, I'd say.
Yeah.
Second best. I mean, who's
second best?
Second best.
Shout out.
Second best bar. Shout out. Brian Branch, who I mean, I don't know if he's a pretty good safety. I don't know if he can say he's your best because your boy Kirby Joseph. Lord.
Can you guys say you're sorry? All you.
All you.
You know who you are. In the Woodward Sports Chat.
Filthy.
Talking shit about Kirby Joseph
Dirty.
all year last year.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to
Kirby's
get up
not
out of here.
good.
Bye.
We need to find somebody. We need to draft somebody to replace Kirby Joseph. Absolutely ridiculous takes, by the way.
moving to safety so he can take Kirby Joseph's
Yeah, so now Kirby will be on the bench. Move Kirby to the bench. Shut up. You were wrong then. You're even wronger now. Kirby Joseph is one of the premier ball hawks in the NFL.
Wronger.
Another interception. Someone, has been saying that he's going to lead the league in interceptions this year. Looking pretty good.
Someone.
So
2 years ago, during the rookie season, said he's going to be that level star for you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all told me I was crazy back then.
True.
Lo and behold, I grabbed the clip. It's kind of crazy, the name I used, but I did preface it with poor man's.
You didn't slack it.
I didn't slack it. That's all right. I'll send this later. But, yeah, Kirby's a fucking man.
Kirby's a man?
And then, you by the way, so Kirby, I looked at the stats, by the way. Only 4 yards allowed in the season. Only 4. He's been targeted 8 times, only allowed 1 reception. Came away with 2 interceptions. And the beautiful thing about it, Spinny, is we have, and Brian Branch, get well soon, you also have Brian Branch. Is this the best safety tandem in the NFL? Is it crazy to say that right now? Brian Branch leads the league in pass deflections, by the way.
Yeah. No. I still think the best safety tandem in the NFL resides in Baltimore with Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton. That is tough to beat. But it's not it's
top 5,
top
top 5,
3,
top 5,
and
top
it's not
3.
number 3. Like these guys are playing, both of them, at all pro levels, and it's weird. Like, it's crazy that if you get cornerbacks that can run stride for stride with a receiver down the field, a safety is going to be better and make more plays and have the freedom to do what they want.
Yeah.
Like, when you don't have Cam Sutton being absolute fucking burnt toast and then beating his wife in the offseason, like, you have a guy like Terrion Arnold, who struggled a little bit in his first 2 games. I thought he looked really good in this game. But even when he's struggling, he's with the receivers.
Yeah.
He's with them. He's in their hip pocket. Carlton Davis, he's with the receivers. They're not getting beat off the line, forcing Kirby Joseph to over-pursue and overcompensate for them not playing well. Cam Sutton let up the most yards in single coverage in the NFL last year. That's not going to happen to Kirby Joseph or that's not going to happen to Terrion Arnold or Cam Sutton. So,
can I be honest? I looked it up. Carlton Davis has let up the most yards, if I'm not mistaken. But
it was Cooper Kupp.
But the teams, all they can do is throw on us.
Yeah.
You understand that there is no option for any other football team to run the football on the Detroit Lions. That is just a no-go. Like, the disassembly line takes care of that, sets that ass down. Do you not realize, you guys play fantasy, but even just look at the stats, John Connor was he was doing some crazy things. He's averaging like 100 yards a game.
Yeah.
James
Conner, sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, James Conner.
Is that the name of the guy in Terminator?
John Connor.
John Connor's Terminator. Gotcha. That's probably why.
And a Flint rapper, too. Shout out
John Connor, yeah. But that's why, Cam sucked. I'll keep it a buck. Carlton, he's getting there too. But again, all teams can do is throw the ball, so it's going to happen. But that's why you have Kirby back there. That's why you have Brian back there. That's why you made the move from nickel corner for him to safety, so they could capitalize on those opportunities. Yeah. There's 3 things that happen when you throw the football. Two of them are bad. You either catch the ball, incompletion, or interception. And that's why I think that's the philosophy of this defense. And that's why you have these playmakers back there. Fuck a CJ, GJ, 313 Kurt, you out there, who's left the second most touchdowns in the league and looks like fucking absolute doo-doo dick outside that 1 4th down stop. Still lost the game. Still bum. We got Brian Branch and Kirby, two of the best safeties in the league.
Yeah, I don't care if it's...
Best safety tandem.
James Conner, John Conner, Ian Conner, I don't care who it is. If you are going up against this Lions defense, you're not going to run the ball. It doesn't matter. So James Conner took out of the game completely by this Lions rush defense, and that makes the safety's job easier as well because they can just sit back there and wait for it to happen because they're going to have to throw the ball 40 times a game. Kyler Murray led the NFL 2 weeks ago in deep shots down the field. He was like 5 for 5 with 150 yards and a touchdown or 2 touchdowns 2 weeks ago in deep shot. Didn't get any of those against the Lions.
Yes.
Lions took that out of the game, and that is the safeties playing the deep third of the field and cutting off those throws to Marvin Harrison Jr. and Dolch and Michael Wilson and all those guys. So they look great. Kirby Joseph has been on fire to start the season, as has Brian Branch. So hopefully Brian Branch comes back.
Immediately following last week's game, the Cardinals versus Rams, they took Kyler Murray's jersey and inducted it into the Hall of Fame because it was the first perfect QBR rating.
Yeah.
158, whatever. What she had 4 incompletions. I was along with Stink on that one. I don't know how that adds up, but like he went from that game to barely over 200 yards yesterday, like 202. And that's because of desperation throws, and all they could do again was throw. By the way, 45 yards, yes, but kind of limited him as well.
Eduardo O'Neill in the Woodward Sports Chat says, when if he comes back, this healthy D will be top 5. If the defense is healthy, if he's not going to play. Because Brian Branch will be on the field, if healthy.
Yeah. Middle nickel, that's about it. But even
then, Amik's balling. Like, if he, unfortunately, he's going to have to scrap to get snaps when he comes back. Because Brian Branch is playing at an all-pro level.
Speaking of Brian Branch.
Hopefully he's healthy.
Yeah, it's like every single time you need a big play or a big pass breakup, Brian Branch is there to do it. And that's what I think about dependable. And every time something good happens, in my head, it's number 32 doing it. If it's across the middle, if it's behind the line of scrimmage. All right, stop it. All right, and then you think about if you see the ball go in the air and it's deep, I'm expecting Kirby Joseph to be flying by for an interception because we see it almost every game. If there's an underthrow, Kirby is the one picking it off. You talk about elite, and you talk about these two safeties. I'm 100% bought in that these are two of the top 3 tandems in the NFL. And then I want to hit on the Carlton Davis. Yeah, he's let up some catches.
Yeah.
But I really think he's been a leader of this defense already.
Yeah.
And you can see why we traded the 3rd-round pick for him. And the biggest play of the game, maybe, the 4th down, stopping Kyler on that run, forcing him short, and shout out Dan effing Gamble for challenging it on the spot. So, yeah, Carlton Davis, massive play in the run. It wasn't in the pass, obviously, but it was maybe the biggest play of the game.
And I didn't bring that up to like shit on him either. I found it interesting because I'm looking to see what Kirby's only 4 yards. Branch only let up like, I think it's 50% QBR on his side. Carl, again, but that's all you can do is throw the ball.
That's all you can do. And like they've gone up against 5 elite receivers to start the year.
In 3 games.
Back-to-back playoff teams from last year.
With 2 great receivers.
Receivers, yes. And then even into this one, the Cardinals, at least, they kind of look like they could be a playoff team.
Borderline for sure. I was really happy with what I saw out of this defense. Brian Branch, like I said, I can't sing his praises enough. He is the second best player on this defense already. So he needs to get healthy. Anzalone will be back next week, which is good. Which, by the way, Jack Campbell stepped up, took care of business. Didn't hear his name very often. Made some good tackles in the backfield.
I don't know if you saw, he got moved to Sam when Barnes went out.
Yeah.
So he was playing that, and then they had Malcolm and because we was watching back there today, Malcolm and Maven back there, Reese Maven.
Yeah.
All those guys. I mean, we brag about our guy Calvin Shepard all the time, and here he is again. I don't know if it was you or Dion that I was on with, and we were just talking about like even the preseason. We're like, damn. I don't know if it's like they keep grabbing like the best or like a lot of good linebackers off the free market, or if like these guys are coaching them up. But it's like it's a mixture of that and defensive line. It's got to be because these guys are almost seamlessly just
Coach Shep
fitting.
Coach Shep is awesome at what he does. He is going to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL for sure. But
yes,
yeah, the linebacking core is deep, and when Barnes got out, they put Campbell out there, I think, to help with Kyler and containing Kyler, because Campbell's your most athletic linebacker at that point. So they like his sideline to sideline speed at the Sam better than they would Malcolm or Germ. So
the Barnes stuff's super unfortunate, but I'll tell you what.
What's his name? Neiman was playing too. He made some
Neiman
plays.
got there on the line too. But with Barnes, I mean, what really sucks for him personally is that this is a contract year.
Yeah.
But as a Detroit Lions fan, you get that maybe a prove-it deal out of him next year. I hate to see him say it like that, but
it's a business.
That's so the business goes. And if you're him too, if you're signing like a 1 to 2 year deal,
I am him.
Why not? Would you want to be somewhere where you already proved yourself in this defense? And, you could earn that money. At least put up the numbers to deserve a bigger contract.
You're not him. You are not him. I told a bitch I'm him, quit playing. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this Lions team. Definitely the bye week. Like we were all talking about, the bye week's so early this year. Bye week couldn't be coming around at a better time.
Yeah.
Could not be coming around at a better time. You got Anzo banged up, Branch banged up, Aleem banged up.
Absolutely correct.
So I'm happy that the bye week is next or in 2 weeks. So hopefully Branch will be ready to go with the long week on Monday, and then you got the bye week after that. So
real quick, because you said Baltimore, and I agree actually. You got Bates and what's his name?
Yeah,
in Atlanta?
Caleb's Bates and Simmons.
Bates and Simmons
in Atlanta. I'm putting Kirby and Branch over them.
Wow.
I think out of those 4, the Lions have the second and third best player.
I tell you what, if you want to put them 3, I get what's ahead of them, but like as of now, I don't know. Simmons actually picked off Patty Mahomes last night.
Yeah,
Bates won Defensive Player of the Week. All right, I'll be
He
3,
shouldn't have won
but
Defensive
we
Player
are
of the Week.
definitely on our way up to being like 1 or 2, and by the way, I'm just happy to be in the
They're both
list.
young, dude. They're both like Simmons is kind of old.
I posted. If you guys
Marcus
aren't
Williams
following,
is getting up there.
Yeah.
Bates is relatively young. This is only his second contract. Obviously, Kyle Hamilton's a third-year player, but both of our guys are young too. So
listen, if you guys have X, man, or Twitter,
first year playing next week.
Follow your boy at SpeakySports _. Actually, I'll just send the play, and we'll play it when we get back. This defense is all around just so much better, man.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we defended the Glen. I'm so glad we planted that flag. And we know like some of these, I don't want to insult anybody, but we saw the potential, and we finally got the pieces, and now we're looking at possibly a top.
You could say they're insured.
Steve O'Baby says, so Spencer, who are you going to have guard DK Metcalf, Brian Bray?
And you don't guard DK
Carlton
Metcalf.
Davis. Carlton Davis is going to be tasked with DK Metcalf.
Yeah, maybe.
He's big, he's longer.
I was actually surprised they kind of just let whoever had him have Marvin
also
Harrison.
known as DK Midcalf.
Yeah, stop. We're not doing that. In fact, I think Monday or Friday, we'll issue an apology. Maybe he takes it easy.
Yeah.
Last time we called out DK Metcalf, he shut on us and came back.
Like 150 yards.
Liked our reel and our comments and shit. Took it personal.
He did take it personal.
It is what it is. Detroit Lions are insured. Brad Holmes needs to pick up the phone and get the best insurance. Womp of the week. We'll answer that question when we get back. So make sure you hit that like goal. Smash that like button and call my guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance, 313-530-1698. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Make sure the deductible's not climbing up on you. Make sure those rates aren't doing the same. Call my guy Mark with Swiss Insurance, 313-530-1698.
And don't forget about 1800 Tequila, the official tequila of Woodward Sports Lions watch parties and post-game show. You can join them 1-800-TEQUILA and Woodward Sports every Lions game live at Hayes Social in Shelby Township, and celebrate the wins with smooth 1800 Tequila, proud sponsor of your Detroit Lions. It's 1800 Tequila, the best tasting tequila. Please drink responsibly.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Randy Wise gonna do you right, guys. The Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour.
Randy.
Scan the QR code or visit woodwardsports.com. How would you like to golf the likes of Calvin Johnson, Brilliant Edwards, or Tim McCollum?
Tim McCollum.
Darren McCarty. You can only do so by scanning the QR code above my head. It's the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. And don't be like those other guys. Go to Randy Wise Automotive when it comes to the purchase of your next vehicle.
It's Randy Wise.
Why Wise? Wise?
I fucking love
Why
it.
Wise?
Dude,
Wise?
R.I.P.
Why Wise? Wise?
R.I.P. Big Black.
Why Wise? Wise? Yeah, rest in peace, Big Black.
It's Barry Bright. Dude, Robin Big was such a good show, man. Love that show.
Moving on to another dynamic black and white duo. The Woodward Heavyweight. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. He's joined by Spimo Rax, young Chris,
We're
Nicholas
big and
Kohloff,
big.
a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
We're big and big.
We're not Robin Big. We're big and big.
I almost said someone get us canceled. But smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. I can't say it.
I don't want to do it.
Sure, I will. So Detroit Lions 2-1. I think everyone's kind of like positive. Things feel like they're on the up and up because although that game ended up looking a little closer than it was, it felt somewhat dominant.
Yep.
In my opinion. Nick?
Yeah, super chat. Shout out James. O-lines, my bad, real quick. O-lines
Levitation of David.
Yeah.
Womp Gummery.
Womp.
For his womp. That's his womp of the week.
Shout out.
Yeah, that
Got
was
a couple of air yards on that one, huh?
That was impressive, man. You might have to put air. He was completely off the ground, and they pushed him forward for like 5 yards. My womp of the week.
Womp of the week.
I'm giving it to Kevin Zeitler. I think this was the best game we've seen out of Kevin Zeitler so far in a Lions uniform. He looked more comfortable. He looked like he was settled in with Penei Sewell as the guy to his right. So in the run game, we saw him moving people, getting out on that second level, getting to the linebackers. I liked what I saw out of Kevin Zeitler a lot.
Check the Woodward's Heavyweights chat. Yeah, and real quick, too, if you guys missed it,
That's not cancelable.
with the Davenport stuff out for the season. I would not. Yeah. The Reddick stuff is not happening. Brad Holmes not going to pay him. I feel like they're like the heavier, thicker guys on that outside. I think when you brought up Cam Jordan, that's a great comp. Crosby, that's just a pipe dream, and I'm not gonna say that doesn't make sense.
Oh, bro!
But like we need them to lose.
I would cover my shorts.
Yeah, and he's already gone out there, and then maybe he's just doing what you gotta do with media. But he's already gone out and say he wants the Kobe route, stick with one team like all the way through. But like,
if there's one other team he'd want to go to, I guarantee it's the Detroit Lions.
It is. He said it.
Yeah.
He's on wax and his podcast.
And to be fair, even Kobe demanded a trade. Like there came a point.
I'm just saying.
There came a point.
A1.
A1. Top tier.
Top tier. It truly is. If we had Aiden Hutchinson
and Max Crosby,
talk
about I'm trying to think of it like White Castle or like
White Castle, like nicknames.
Yeah, the two
White Castle,
two of the top 3 edge rushers in the NFL. They're both giant, scary white dudes. Like
White Castle,
Ivory and Ivory. like what? Dude, that would be insane. That would be insane.
I'm moving on. I don't want to give myself. I can only think of like
the Big Show and the Undertaker. Yeah, fuck it. only two like dominant, scary white dudes.
How about the Prince of Woodward Sports? shout out to our guy Gentry.
Shout out Prince.
Shout out to the Prince, man.
I forgot about it.
I think we're gonna have to wait on some names to pop up, but I'm definitely gonna like listen out. If you guys gotta put them in the chat.
The white curtains.
The white curtains. I can only think of racist stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a Grand Wizard's dream. two big white men out there. I mean, dude, that would be the best pass rushing duo in the NFL, and it wouldn't even be close.
Aiden Hutchinson leading the league right now.
But that would be,
bro.
it's like you said, that's kind of a pipe dream. But
less than 2% chance.
I think
Tigers had less than a 2% chance to make the playoffs.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Can I be honest, bro? I give that a higher chance than the Reddick stuff.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't think it's anything to do with character.
He's the definition of a Dan Campbell guy.
He's definition Dan Campbell guy. White. No, I'm just kidding. No. But no,
Twin Towers.
Yeah, see, we got his name. Too soon.
Never forget.
Yeah, the Reddick stuff, he needs to be paid. Where Crosby's already paid, and you know damn well he's worth the money. You ain't got to question that guy at all. Reddick, there's some questions there. And I don't know, is he in shape even? I mean, he didn't even show up for camp.
I don't know. I'd assume he's keeping himself in shape because he wants to get that deal, because he wants to sign.
The White Whales.
But that is not the White Whales.
The White Tornadoes.
I like that.
Well, wish upon
the white caps, because like Honolulu Blue Wave.
Whoa. Dakota Mullet. Shut up, Bash Brothers.
Bash Brothers?
From the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, it's from the Mighty Ducks. You don't like Bash? I like Bash Brothers.
Nah, I feel like that's
fucking Big Show and Undertaker. What is wrong with you?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Two massive, really big, scary WWE white dudes. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's they wreaked havoc. They wreaked havoc.
Kane and Undertaker were a duo. Yeah. Kane was red.
Now we're talking. Now we just need one of them
to
wear those colored contacts like Vanden Bosch did.
That was so cringe, dude.
Very cringe.
I thought it was badass at the time.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was badass because I was in middle school. That shit was cringe.
He's got done spraying a pound of action. That's sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverse Oreo said mid-man.
While we let the chat.
Yeah, because you double stuff in the middle there with when Aleem comes back. We got to figure out what's going on with that too. And then DJ Reader. By the way, was it you that was in the back with me? I was showing you the DJ Reader spin move. Oh man, this defensive line. Levon Zarica is legit too. I gotta see that video. Go ahead, Nick. I apologize.
Who was your WOP of the week?
WOP of the week. I gotta go with That's tough, man.
Brothers of Destruction said she had 216.
I like that.
Birds of War.
What birds?
Birds of what?
No, Alliance.
It's from Always Sunny.
I don't know, man. That's the cool part about this team, and I'm sorry it started like that. That was crazy. Nothing but cream. But everybody performed fairly well. That you could give out multiple WOMs.
I think it's just anything from the weekend.
Sam B33 said Neighborhood Watch. That might be my favorite one so far. That's pretty good. Trader Joe's.
Why is it Neighborhood Watch?
Because white people do Neighborhood Watch.
That's kind of their thing.
I don't know.
It should just be like a hockey team. like NASCAR.
The grind line.
Dude, NASCAR
package is a thing. My WOMP of the week could be anybody. I'm going to go with who's Mullings?
Oh, shit.
Who's the Michigan running back?
Easy out here stealing my WOMP.
That kid.
I'll go with my other one.
That was crazy. Literally spun out of the one tackle and just burst into fucking lightning speed. That was amazing.
9.4 average on the ground, 2 touchdowns. The reason Michigan
absolutely
upset USC at home, and to get back on track for the season, that was a massive whomp. And speaking of a whomp,
Desmond
we
Howard.
got Will Johnson pick 6. That'll be my whomp of the week. Goes to Will Johnson. Always shows up in these big games. Besides Texas. So.
Desmond Howard picked against them. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was the first time Desmond Howard's never
first time he did it, and of course
they win.
He might just pick against them every week.
We didn't hit on college on Friday, but I probably would have been womping the USC over Michigan. So
it was close. Michigan
I
pulled
am
through.
Happy.
Did you make some bread?
No.
Did you touch it?
I would have picked USC.
Took enough abuse. Yeah, that's fair. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know that offense, what it's going to look like, and if you're going to rush the ball 50 times. But, yeah. Chris, womp of the week.
It's got to be Brent.
It's gotta be me.
It's got to be Ben Johnson. He put it on the table after a whole week of everybody talking about, is this guy no longer the sexy assistant offensive coordinator in the NFL? Is he cute? All that talk was put to his head. What?
Hey, I'm not judging. Just like to shoot straight.
Wisconsin never leaves. Home is where the heart is.
The man out of Wisconsin, but you can't take Wisconsin.
No, you're
Home
right.
is where the heart is.
That's crazy, man. That's why I love Mondays, man. They're so packed, and we didn't really talk about the game in that play. Because Amon-Ra was my womp, but we're keeping it just Detroit Lions. Because he got his tutty. And I said this with Spinny last night on another stream, too, is like he was doing so well that he shared the love and gave Gibbs a touchdown he stole from the first go-around. That would be my Detroit Lions womp. But, yeah, Ben Johnson flexing that's that table. That's a great womp. Who was yours?
Kevin Zeitler.
Kevin Zeitler. Really random one there. But I respect it. It's a heavyweight one.
I thought it was a
Player
good
for the
one.
Lions.
Yeah. I know.
He had a good game. His first 2 weeks were a little shaky. He looked good.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, Chris, to that point, I think Sivo said Lions had trouble in the third quarter again.
They did.
The entire second half, they didn't really do nothing.
They didn't score a point.
They didn't score a single point in the entire second half.
Well, starting like late third quarter, they just started to kind of bleed the clock and like kind of like they were just really trying to go for it. What was it, late third? It was late third, right? Where they went for that fourth, where they're just like
and David Montgomery had that first down on the third down run. That was weird. And they ended up running for it again, but he had it the first time.
Yeah,
and not getting it.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
I think Dan didn't give a shit because he's like, I'm going for it either way.
Yeah. Would you guys like to see him punt there, or are we just at the point no matter what he does, we're not going to bitch
No, you
about
roll
it?
with it.
I'm not. I mean, if it's something to be bitched about, I'll bitch about it. But like our defense is playing so well in that game that like you can't really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
that
if our
defense
defense
yesterday,
is playing so well, why wouldn't it be beneficial to park them inside their own 10?
Well, because you don't care if you go. Because if you go for it, you get the first down. If you don't, you're confident your defense is going to stop them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it, but obviously it was a spot.
And to the third quarter thing, that might just be unfortunately a flaw of Dan Campbell. Because
well, we scored in the third quarter of the past two games before this.
Neil brought it up as well. It's like having third quarter struggles isn't like exclusively a Lions thing. That happens a lot in the NFL because you give a coordinator an entire half to make adjustments and to change what they're doing. So your game plan is going to have to change as well. So
yeah, it usually favors.
Like saying like the Lions always struggle with running quarterbacks. Like, so does everybody else in the NFL because they're hard to guard. Like it's not like this flaw of their system. It's just the
There
NFL.
was nothing really
That's
you could point to it. Just a lot of weird stuff was happening last year in the third quarter. But this year, going the Rams, get a J-Mo deep touchdown, and that was in the third quarter one. Dave Montgomery had his touchdown last week in the third quarter. This is the first time this year you can kind of bitch about that third quarter.
Mike Hard 313 says the Washington all killers. You say South Dub.
All killers. South
Dub dudes. The Dub dudes. Because Max Crosby definitely looks
Call
like
them
he
hipsters.
grew up. No.
Detroit hipsters.
No. Max Crosby definitely looks like he grew up in South Warren.
The gentrified
Hutch
gangsters.
not so much. Hutch is
The gentrified.
GG's.
Yeah,
well, Hutch,
GG's.
we know where Hutch grew up.
Yeah.
Max Crosby looks like a South Warren guy if I've ever seen him.
For sure. Yeah, he did grow up here, right?
He's
But
probably
where?
rocking Trues, banging Doughboys.
Hey, Chop.
Love it.
I don't know.
It's my people.
Detroit Lions lead the league in sacks. Well, Aiden Hutch leads the league in sacks. Brian Branch leads the league in pass deflections. Kirby Joseph second in the league in interceptions. Listen, Aaron Glenn, thank you, sir. And congratulations. Keep it going. When we get back, more Detroit Lions talk as regards to the NFC North and the rest of that conference, or we talk about the game in general. What are you guys down to do? But first, the Trailer Park Boys.
That's a good one.
I love that one.
That's a good one.
I love that one. All right, tell us about Les Stanford.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale on Woodward, just south of 9 Mile. The same great service the customers have come to know and trust. Make sure you tap in. Check out Les Stanford at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together. Let's ride.
And do you want to know where the best pregame spot is for the Lions party? September 30th on my birthday.
Oh!
Detroit, the heavyweights. Join the heavyweights at Detroit's very own second best bar, located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey with Easy, Spenmo, Chris, and myself while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show only at second best bar in Detroit. Come get some.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Jumper! Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza is a new limited time offer. Just in time for football season, they got their new signature flavored wings. Grab your friends, order a New York style pizza, and add some Soroki's wings to it. And the fresh wings for the game this weekend, try one of their 7 different flavors. Only find them at Sorokis.com. Vanilla Delight, says Amik the Free. The White Walkers, says Elgato.
The White Walkers.
Oh, that's...
And they were in blue, too.
That's a good one.
I like
That's
that.
they're not in blue. Well, they weren't black. But that's... yes. Yes.
The Coke Boys, said John.
I'm not opposed to that one either. But they're
Detroit
Miami.
Challenge, what's your dope like?
The White Walkers.
Such a good song.
I like that one. The White Walkers with the Trailer Park Boys. Nick, we're celebrating. We're gonna celebrate your birthday this weekend. Happy early birthday! But we're also celebrating milestones in your lifetime. I also forgot to say congratulations to our guy Nick getting married this weekend.
Yeah, shout out, big shout out.
I'm more proud of you, man.
Shout out.
Beautiful bride, and
kind of fucked up. None of us got an invite.
yeah, it's kind of weird that we didn't get the invite to your wedding, but it is what it is.
Yeah, fellas, you know, you only get one special day. Can't let the Coke Boys come through and ruin it. No, that was my best buddy's, Abby's wife. Extremely exceptional wedding.
You dog.
They were both you guys chill. I know you guys have been fucking with me this whole time here. So, yeah, it was a great wedding. I'm super geeked up about my buddy and his wife.
You
Abby.
dirty dog.
Congratulations, Nick.
Yes. What's their names for though?
Abby and Maxwell, congratulations. It was a phenomenal wedding. They did a great job. The drinks were flowing. They had Nooners on the list as well. That was the first wedding I've been at with Nooners that were served.
That's
Just
a wedding
a fan
that gets
says
it.
congrats to Nick and your wife. Congrats from Sam B. Congratulations, Nick. Says
Congratulations,
Shifka. Tommy K says congrats, Nick.
Damn it.
Yeah, so. Man's off the
Outpouring of
market
emotion.
officially. Nick is officially off the market. So sorry, Eduardo, but
Married.
dude, shout out to Nick.
He walked off when he saw that.
All right. White Walkers definitely is the winner. I don't know if
good
anything's messing with that one.
Yeah, that's top tier.
Okay. All right. Moments from the game.
Blackouts confirmed for Monday Night Football, says the Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes, sir. And I'll be there Monday night. Turn up.
No
get
blackout.
rowdy.
No blackout for me.
Nope. You did enough on Saturday.
Nope. Last year. I got injured last Monday Night Football. This is a redemption night for you, boy.
That is true. You did eat shit.
Let's remember my birthday.
But we won. So maybe
I got in a suite last time, so I think that was my problem.
How bad do you want to win?
You did get in a suite. I remember that.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Congrats, Nick, says Elgato. Nice bride, says the Runyon.
Jesus. Shout out my boy Meeks. He leveled up.
Where'd you get that one? Dog. Where gotta give me one of them?
You have to pay for that one.
All right. Moments from the game, or do you want to jump into the NFC North stuff?
Let's stick on the game.
NFC North.
All right. The Minnesota Vikings, Nick. I mean, I'm not teasing you this time because you might have called one right. Minnesota Vikings are legit.
They kind of are. You got to say they are. With
You
what
have
they
to
did
say they are.
To Houston, shut down that offense. They were missing Joe Mixon, but still a very, very good Houston Texans offense that Minnesota completely shut down. Their pass rushing duo is looking really good with what's his name? Van Ginkel. Dallas Turner.
Yeah.
They're making some moves. Minnesota looking good. Sam Darnold's making plays. Ryan Ermanni said that he thinks Green Bay is going to win the division this year. He said that today. Malik Willis.
Yeah, that's actually
Making
crazy.
plays.
The Malik Willis stuff is insane. I'm not going to
Leading
lie.
rusher last week.
Oh, I don't know if did Dallas Turner, was he out against?
Yeah.
Wow. Is he all right?
I saw him like hyping up somebody on the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like he was out that last game. But Van
prime-
Ginkel, I said it.
Prime
Yeah,
Birmingham
You called the record, but I cut the defense.
You
Van
were hyping
Ginkel.
up Van Ginkel.
I wanted the Detroit Lions to get him. That's the guy.
He'd look great right now in a Lions uniform.
I wanted him over, and no due respect, because I appreciate what he did for us in his short time here. But I wanted him over Marcus Davenport. I felt he was that Sam linebacker spot that we didn't really have until we committed Derek Barnes to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was great in the pass game. He was a perfect Sam to add to this team. And fortunately, the Vikings got him, and he is balling out. I told you guys this, too. And I know they lost a piece in Daniel Hunter, and I know that Daniel Hunter is great. But they got multiple pieces in return or then after, you know what I'm saying, to run the scheme that Flores intended on running. And now you're looking at them, and they're also ranked as one of the best defenses in the league, too. Only 7 points for the Texans.
John Fisher says leading rusher, great QB stat, SMFH. They won the game.
What do you say?
I don't know.
Is he bitching about golf?
Malik Willis.
Okay.
So, he also had 202 yards.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had more passing yards than Jared Goff.
Kid played well.
2 touchdowns
He's played
on the
well
year.
past couple games.
And no turnovers.
Yeah.
These coaches are.
Who said that? They're grounded.
John Fisher. Big M says QB in controversy when Green Bay when Love returns now. Jordan Love is their quarterback. But Malik Willis is taking care of business.
Yeah, I tell you what, both those coaches coaching their asses off.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Kevin O'Connell has proved a lot to me this year.
Man, he goes sack in every single game this year.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell has Sam Darnold looking legit in that offense. And I knew Matt LaFleur was legit after last year, after seeing what he did, that he's not just an Aaron Rodgers merchant, that Jordan Love looked so good, and they got into the playoffs, won a playoff game. Kevin O'Connell is impressing me for sure. Like, he has Sam Darnold playing very
Look in
well.
the corner, he's dancing.
Yeah, he's impressing me.
Boy, dancing.
I'll take that one. No, but he looks like he's got this team. I mean, he has them at the number one spot in the NFC North. So you got to give it to him for that. Your rookie goes down. Sam Darnold playing out of his mind right now.
Before the season, we were all kind of chalking up 2 wins to the Vikings.
Yeah,
That's not going to be the case anyway. It's not 2 easy wins. You can definitely still beat them twice, but you got to think about it that way. And that's kind of what I was alluding to last week when I said that Cardinals game was so big, because you need to get ahead of it. You need to start getting the momentum going your way, and I believe this team has it right now going into Monday Night Football, where if you were 1-2, it would kind of look like, not a tall task because it's so early, just 3 games, but it just feels different being 2-1 compared to being 1-2, having to look up at a 3-0 and a 2-0, 2-1 team in your division. But the Vikings are doing this without Hockenson.
Yeah.
Like, that's a top 7 tight end in the league right now. Like, so if he comes back healthy, you got to think he's going to bring another, obviously a big weapon to what they're doing on offense. And, yeah, KOC's a great head coach right now.
And real quick, Alex Van Ginkel, I said it before, a sack in each and every one of these games so far. Obviously only 3 of them, but also an interception to go with that too. They lost pieces on this defense too due to injury, and obviously the very unfortunate thing with the draft pick and Kyrie Jackson. Yeah, this Vikings team is one to be. I mean, they're a formidable foe.
They're playing well, man. They're playing well.
The Packers, though, you said Ryan said they'll win the division.
That's what Ryan said, yes.
I mean, looking at this coach. No. Armani. Oh, yeah.
It's Ryan Ermanni.
It's Ryan
Oh,
Ermanni.
my God.
I need you to go off on this. You're the Packers.
Wait, he said that right now?
He said he thinks the Packers are going to win the division.
Today?
Yes, today.
I strongly disagree with that.
Go off,
no
King.
surprise. No.
Go back down.
I just don't think that's true, and you can say that right now. I just think they have a great coach. I mean, maybe their schedule opens up a little bit more compared to the Lions, but I think the Detroit Lions right now are 2-1, and you haven't seen anything close to the ceiling of football that this team can play. And they're 2-1 and beating basically 3 playoff teams. I mean, I don't know if Arizona will get there, but I guess the Rams are dealing with a bunch of injuries too, so I don't know about that remark. But the Detroit Lions right now are 2-1, and they have not played great football.
No.
So I think that they are going to hit an extremely new stride, and I believe that they will get to the playoffs and host the playoff game while winning the NFC North, and the Packers will not.
Exactly. I think that, look, the Lions are the king of the North. I'm not worried about other teams in the North until I see them beat the Lions. And those games haven't come up on the schedule yet, but I do think Minnesota is more impressive than we definitely thought. It definitely seemed like they were that team that was just heading for, the disastrous season part, and a lot of it being out of your control. But they've used that adversity, they've handled it well, and they're 3-0. But I'm not concerned with them or the Packers until I see them go toe-to-toe with the Lions. And if the Lions were to come up short, that's when I'm worried, because this game and a half, 2 game, if they go back that distance, that could be made up very quick when the Lions play them. So I'm not worried. It's not time to panic. My bet for the Lions to win the NFC North is still very much in confidence. I'm not worried about it at all.
I think they could be road warriors. It's got to be indoors or nice weather.
I was just going to hit on, I think that, well, you think about last year, we won at Minnesota, we won at Green Bay. I'm not worried to go and travel to the other teams' home stadiums and pick up a big divisional win.
This year, I'm not worried to go to Chicago. I know it hasn't been great historically, but this Bears team looks
their
like a
offense
mess.
is horrendous right now.
I'm not worried about that.
Talking about this safety tandem and this defense, the way it's looked, and we got that one clip. If you want to play that while I'm talking,
Here's the first one you sent. So,
but we're gonna eat Chicago alive. Minnesota though has the second best run defense in the league right now, and then
Brian Flores has those guys humming, man.
Dude, look at the pass rush marrying the coverage right there. I mean, this is me filming off my computer, but still, look at Kyler getting pressured, still getting hit. Has the ball early. Could have made the throw. Turning around and said, nah. I tried to pause it there so you can see him actually get his arm in there. Mm-hmm. But just all game, that's what you saw all day. But no, the Vikings are definitely formidable. And then the Packers, I mean, fuck, do they get better with Jordan Love? I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
That sucks. That truly sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But I mean, the Colts, Titans.
That's what happens, man. You're in a good division. You're the Kings. We always have had 2 good teams in our division, but now the Lions are good too. So there's an extra good team in the division, man. And the Bears are dog shit. So that's just what it is right now.
Yeah, Vikings and that Bears is a complete switch right there on my prediction.
Yeah,
that's my worst take probably of these Minnesota Vikings if they continue on this rampage.
I don't think I've ever gotten so much shit for a take in this booth. The Vikings were going to be pretty decent, but I didn't think they would be this good. But like you just said, the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Are we really going to overreact to Malik Willis in that offense with that coach?
I don't think anybody's overreacting to what Malik Willis is. I think they're winning games without Jordan Love, which is impressive. Mm-hmm. You could say it's against the Titans and the Colts. They don't have their starting quarterback. You expect them to lose some of these games, and Malik Willis is taking care of business.
You took care of AR5 at home, and then you went on the road and beat Will Levis. Obviously, a win is a win in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not.
What are we talking about? He is a backup quarterback. He's not supposed to be in there. Their starter that they just paid hundreds of millions of dollars to is down. It is impressive to win in the NFL regardless of who the team is. It's even more impressive to do it when you don't have your starting quarterback.
Are you going to say now that they are winning this division? No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm not downplaying a backup going in there and getting 2 wins. That's impressive.
Yeah, the division stuff.
It's impressive when Josh Dobbs did it last year.
I'll say those. I can't. You guys, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't know if I'm comfortable saying the Detroit Lions are for sure winning the division. It's going to be a battle.
I am.
It's going to be a fucking battle.
We do got to go to break, though. I am still comfortable saying the Lions are going to win the division. But it is going to be a battle. They're tough. This is
comfortably
tough
win the division, not just win it.
I think we all knew Green Bay was going to be a pretty good team. Nobody expected Minnesota to be this good. Nobody expected the Bears to be this bad. So it kind of evens out. I still think they're going to comfortably win. But next up, we got to talk about Lady Jane's. Walk into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment. Just ask for the King's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Just scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Tell us about Salvation Army.
Salvation Army, guys, go to register to ring PremierPetsSupply.com for your opportunity, guys. You do it either virtually and you can start at any time. But November 7th is when it starts to be the 2-hour shifts at the actual locations, guys. It's register2ring.com. Give back to the community. Visit the website. Do it virtually or in person.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers. With one major difference, they're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com. Dude, I bought this thing from Premier Pet Supply for Holly. It's like a leather llama. She is obsessed with this thing. She hasn't ripped through it.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. Shout out Premier Pet Supply.
But shout out to Premier Pet Supply.
Yeah,
shout out Mike.
Can't pimp sponsors anymore?
No, you can pimp sponsor for sure. Mike's the man.
You're blowing it, kid.
Yeah.
I'm blowing it. You're blowing it.
What a hater.
Not you. Yeah. I'm not hating. Listen, we all wanted to hear that story about the pet toy. Come on.
Again, I can't pimp sponsors anymore?
I did not say that. I said I'd love to hear it. I literally compliment the story. You have another one? Is there? You got more there?
Now he wants more.
Gaslighting. That is insane gaslighting.
Gaslighting. You're telling me I'm not saying what I'm saying. Can we have another one?
Oh, okay.
Is there? What else have you got there?
You didn't say. You said that 100% truthfully, not facetiously at all.
No, I'm asking you. Tell me another thing you got from Premier Pet Supply. I love Mike at Premier Pet. You don't understand. No, you remember who Mike is?
Yeah.
From the opening day, I met him previous. He's the fucking man.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Very cool guy.
Is that it? Just a toy?
Yeah.
Unimpressed.
Keitho, in the Word Sports chat. I got to find this one real quick, too.
Leather Llama is a pretty good
It's not
band
Keitho,
name,
I apologize.
Patrick Ofaria. That is true.
Keitho Garriado. Does he do a Y right there? Because 2 L's? You know how like in Spanish?
I don't know what you're talking about.
2 L's make a Y?
100%.
Gallardo? Keith Gallardo?
Gallardo?
Gallardo. Easy is only uncomfortable because he doesn't want JG to do what his precious Matthew couldn't do and do it 2 years in a row.
Oh!
How about both competing teams look pretty fucking good right now? One not even with their starting quarterback, and the other one's just Texans and 49ers, at least in my book, were contenders this year. I think in a lot of people's books were contenders this year. They held CJ Stroud, my guy is MVP, to 7 points on the road. 7 points. I'm sorry, that was at home. I apologize. The 49ers were the team that we couldn't beat last year. Beat them too. No, that's not why I'm uncomfortable. This is a good division, and I just don't see us winning it comfortably. It's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
no matter who wins it.
It's definitely going to be tough. I still think they'll win by a game or two at least. But yeah, nobody expected the Vikings to be as good. Nobody expected the Bears to be this bad either. So that is kind of a trade-off there.
Yeah,
I'm still pretty comfortable with how, how I think the Lions are going to finish this season because, like I said, we knew that the Packers were a good team. It's not like the Packers winning games like this is like, oh shit, look out! Like no, we knew the Packers were going to be good this year, and the Vikings are good and the Bears are bad. So it's still pretty similar to what I expected it to be. We have. Where was it?
The Vikings. None of us.
No, but that's what there are two good teams other than the Lions in the division.
Gotcha.
We expected there to be two good teams other than the Lions in this division, except we didn't think the Vikings were going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Where was it? Charles McClain said, does Eberflus finish the season? Or is he's going to get fired for sure. He'll get canned if they lose like 2 more games.
I don't even understand why he kept his job.
Yeah, Eberflus should not be the head coach this year. They need an offensive head coach.
You have like multiple years of ick, and then like you left that there while you
Shut
ushered
up,
in
take your
a
pants
quarterback. You like there's so many brilliant offensive minds like around this league. Not so many, but like there's a plethora of them. Dave Canales and whoever it was, but like you could have hired an offensive guy to bring your precious, baby quarterback into. No, you kept the defensive guy that just couldn't get shit done beforehand. Like it was just dumb. It was dumb. Chicago Bears
stupid.
Stay doing dumb shit. They got blessed with Caleb Williams. I mean, he didn't have his first touchdown pass till yesterday.
Yeah, he hasn't looked good. I mean, that's kind of a byproduct of having a defensive head coach and an offensive coordinator whose wide receivers didn't care about him leaving. Like, you remember that interview with Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Yep.
And they asked him, like, how Bears fans going to deal with their new offensive coordinator? He was like, is this live?
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Just kidding.
We'll see, because we know that offensive coordinator shreds the fucking Lions, so hopefully that's not similar to when he was in Seattle. But,
yeah.
No, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, we knew the Packers were going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
We thought the Bears were going to be good. They're not. The Vikings are. I think the Lions are still in the same situation.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to wait till we see one of those games. That's just where I'm at with it.
Impressive. That was probably the most impressive victory by any team in the NFL so far this year. It's what they did to Houston.
Yeah.
That was great. Houston's a Super Bowl favorite, and they went out there and embarrassed them.
That was Neil Hunter revenge game.
Yeah.
For real, man. I mean, you obviously, and I have to give KOC the credit because they used to give it to him before. But you have KOC on the offensive side of the ball holding it down, and then Brian Flores, he's been good enough to become a head coach previously and was subpar 500 when he was as just your DC. Like they got going on. It's just if Sam Darnold stay up and not make dumb mistakes, he can make good throws just consistently. Can he do it?
That's what I'm gonna say is going forward. How much faith do you have in the Vikings? Are you ready to say that the Vikings over the Packers or no?
No.
No. I don't think anybody here is.
Georgia and Alabama played this week.
Yeah, gonna be insane. Lions are still the favorite to win this division.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What is it?
Vikings
Plus
were the
140.
second.
No,
Vikings,
what's some minus? Oh,
plus
it's plus
140.
What's plus 140?
The Vikings are like plus 185, I think.
Okay.
195, I think it was.
yeah.
Yep.
When we get back, I got to ask you
Packers
guys something. Detroit Lions offense doesn't look like it's been looking. I want to know if it's making you guys nervous when it comes to winning that division. But first, let me tell you about Katie K. Law.
Divorce.
Did you just find out that your wife has secretly been a Bears fan and just grossed out
Or
by the
married
sight
another
of it
guy.
at that point?
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, or she married another guy.
That would be complicated.
Call Kevin and
Shout out
Catherine.
Nick.
You just bump into her at Premier Pet Supply and she's with another guy. It's weird, right? Call Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law. Scan the QR code now 248-971-0476. Tell them the Heavyweights sent you. They will pay your first time filing fee. They got 10 plus years experience, 24/7 availability. Whether it's divorce, visitation, or child custody, hit up Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening.
Not only is Dispo your local campus plug, but right now, if you scan the QR code and bring it into any one of Dispo locations, you got multiple Dispo locations because that's why they're your local campus plug. They will save you $10 on any purchase of $25 or more. It's just very simple. Scan the QR code. Visit DispoShops.com. Find one near you. Walk in. Tell them the Heavy sent you. Show them the QR code. And save some money. And get some free Mary Joanna.
Pot.
Must be 21 up and older to participate. A part tipper deck. What up, though? Welcome back to What Heavyweights Live, WoodWardSports.com. I'm easy joined by Spinmo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
Panda Sam in the Woodward Sports chat. We are playing in the black jerseys this week. Woo!
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, it is confirmed. The
Yes,
Lions
sir.
put it out there that they're going to be playing. Well, they didn't say they're going to be playing, but they posted a picture of the black jersey.
Yep.
And said, I forget what the caption was, but Monday Night Football, blackout, that's going to be hype.
Oh, they changed their profile picture.
Yeah, they changed
to
the profile
black
picture and everything.
Yeah. That's dope.
It's going to be rocking.
I will
It's going to be rocking. We'll be at Second Best Bar before the game. Stop by.
We're going to be at Second Best Bar.
Get ready to get rowdy.
Yeah, come chill with the boys before you guys go downtown.
Yep.
We did, when we were talking about this team's rivals.
Seahawks.
I said the Seahawks were up there.
Yeah.
Revenge game, villain mode. Need to get this win.
Need to, man.
Got to keep pace with the Vikings in the
Seahawks
division.
are fucking. They're going to be tough, too.
Seahawks are 3-0.
3-0.
They're undefeated, man. They're coming into town.
Now
They
them,
have
I think they played a
beat
bunch
the
of
shit out of the Lions the past couple of years.
Yeah,
so
they have.
got to go out there and take care of business. No more Pete Carroll, says Andrew Jones. We got this. That's definitely going to play a big role. But
Mike McDonald's
Mike
a bad
McDonald's
motherfucker.
pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Surprisingly enough, right? That's their defensive head coach. However, I got to look it up, see who their offensive coordinator is. They've been balling, at least DK Metcalf, I know consistently. I think the Patriots defense was looking good before what the Jets did to them last week. The Seahawks put 23 on them. The Broncos have a good defense, as you saw what happened to Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Maybe that's just a one-off. And then, then you have the Dolphins, obviously. They're missing Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know how much you're looking towards that one. But, no, formidable foe. And obviously they've been a thorn in our arse the past couple of days. Defensive head coach against a struggling Detroit Lions offense. I mean, 20 points seems to be like our threshold. And after that, we're just like,
Yeah.
good for the day.
Hey, man. Smash Mouth Defensive Ball Club. I think we all saw this coming to start the year. This team was going to be predicated on their defense. They were going to ride their defense to success. I think that is something we've all said, all off season long, that this defense is going to be the driving force of this team. So, but honestly, they're in their Chiefs of last year era.
They really are.
Where they're running the ball and they're playing smash mouth defense and they're gritting out these wins. So you love to see that. The defense, I called it a top 10 defense before the season started.
You did.
They've looked like that. They've gone out there and shut down, to the most part, some pretty damn good offenses. Arizona completely shut them down. Cooper Kupp was the only thing going for the Rams, and Baker Mayfield got a little loose in the loss against Tampa Bay, but the defense is stepping up big time, man.
Terry had one mistake, and then Baker did what he did, running the ball. This is a top 10 defense as of now. Statistically, you can't really argue that right now. They are amongst the best in limiting teams from scoring points. And then you also have the 2 interceptions from Kirby. We just said earlier in the show, Brian Branch leading the league in deflections. Aiden Hutchinson leading the league in sacks. This is a top 10 defense right now. I can't go against it. The surprising part to me, Spinny, and again, going on to a little bit of the Seattle Seahawks matchup, the offense sputtering a little bit. I'm not concerned. Maybe the matchup, you could have some concerns there, just because of everything Spinny said. It's like the way the Chiefs got done last year. It wasn't pretty. And Patrick Mahomes is probably one of the prettiest guys at playing the game of football, you'd say. And it wasn't a pretty year last year.
That's
Prettiest guy at playing the game.
Bro, just called him pretty.
Hey, I'm not
Pretty
judging.
I call him pretty, but I think we can get it done that way. I've never saw Jared Goff as people were stating him as, and I'm just happy with the defense to back that up when he doesn't show up or the offense doesn't show up. But I'm just blaming it on him that they can hold the fort a little bit.
This is a good point by Sam B33. He says Seahawks don't exist. Let's beat the Seattle Ospreys. That is a good point.
The Seattle what?
Ospreys.
Nice.
That is the bird that they're named after. If you're going to name your team after something that doesn't exist, why would you pick something lame like a Seahawk? Name it something cool, like the Dragons or,
Are there a
Megalodons.
lot of those
You
by
just
them?
wanted to flex your bird knowledge.
Anybody have?
He said it in the chat.
Does anybody know if Kenneth Walker is projected to be back? Because all that guy do is he shreds the Lions for the most part.
No, he only had 40 yards last year.
It seems like it though. I swear he's picking up big first downs.
I'll tell you
everything.
one thing I'm not worried about is Kenneth Walker shredding the Lions. I am not worried about that in the slightest
All due
bit.
respect to him. I love Kenneth Walker.
I think I have PTSD, boys.
love
I have
the guy.
PTSD from the Michigan 5 touchdown game.
Yeah, I love Kenneth
apologize.
Walker. He's one of the most exciting. Gave me one of the most exciting years of football watching in my life.
Yeah. He's very good in the pros too.
He's not going to do anything against this Lions defense. Nobody is going to run against this Lions defense. They have the best defense run defense in the league. It's going to continue to be that.
What about Geno? I heard you talk about it a little bit on BDE.
Now he owns us a little bit.
Geno does. He slings the rock around a little bit.
Are you worried about him potentially?
I'm not worried about the Seattle offense. I'm not.
Yeah,
I think our defense is going to take care of business. They've shown to me that they can do it against high-powered, top-flight offenses in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I know Puka obviously left the game early against the Rams, but Tampa Bay's got a damn good offense. Arizona has a pretty good offense, so I'm not too worried about that. I just need our offense needs to pick it up a little bit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to be saying. And the reason why in this matchup it's more prevalent before, again, I don't care. As long as we win football games. I truly don't give a shit.
Paul Thomas says Spencer, what?
Going into this matchup, though, Mike McDonald's a bad motherfucker. Yeah. Going back to Michigan, going with the Ravens last year. No matter where he's been, he's made shit pop off, and he has weapons along the defensive line now, too. You got Boye Mafe, you got Jermont Jones, you got the kid Byron Murphy, who I loved a lot coming out of that draft class, and then the guy that they stole from us, Devon Witherspoon, too. They got pieces, and Mike McDonald's damn good at defense, and our offense has been stalling. That's the only little bit of concern I have. The offense, though, I think will limit.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta come through here. We saw against Tampa Bay that there were a lot of missed opportunities from that offense. There was a lot of plays that could be made, and I'm sure if you run back the tape against
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Yeah, sorry, total brain fire. You run the tape against the Cardinals, then you're going to see a lot of similarities there. Need to tighten it up offensively.
And you talk about complementary football. I thought just the way they started this game was the way you have to start every single game. You cannot pass to set up the run. You need to set the tone in the running game to start every single game with David Montgomery. And then the next drive, they do the same exact thing with Jahmyr Gibbs. You need to set the tone and get Goff in a rhythm like they did early.
Yes.
I think that's when you see him at his best. Obviously, Laporta ended up getting banged up, but I thought that they did a really good job getting the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown in this game. Obviously, he had the massive big third down conversion in this game, and that's because I believe Jared Goff was comfortable early enough. And one question, we haven't really hit on him yet, but J-Mo, one reception this game. Spenmo, coming off, should he be the number one wide receiver? This offense looked pretty good in the first half with him, kind of stretching that field as like a decoy type almost, I would say. But us kind of in that formation where we got power heavy, we're running the rock. What do you think about J-Mo only having one reception?
Ben Johnson told you it was going to happen. Literally word for word said it could be J-Mo next week. It's a how do you want it offense. How do you want it? You're not going to have every guy go for 100 yards every week. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown the first week. It was Sam Laporta week 2.
Congratulations, you just
and
got
it
Amon-Ra
was
St.
Jameson
Brown.
Williams in week 3. It's what's going to happen, man. A lot of mouths to feed. So, no, I'm not worried about it.
I do not care. I love Jameson Williams. I'm excited for the emergence of Jameson Williams. I know what Jameson Williams can be when he gets the ball in his hand and given those opportunities. This Detroit Lions DNA, when it comes to winning football games, is that the ultimate end goal, is what they did this past Sunday. Run the football. Don't have JG throw that thing more than 25, 28 times and just pound the ball down their throats. That's how this team wins. You saw they went back to the middle of the field. JG didn't even break 200 yards his last game. Love J-Mo. We don't need it. I all due respect, but it's there if you do. That's the good thing. Is if you play methodically like that, you can catch them sleeping a little bit because they're so busy on filling that box and stopping that run that you might catch him off guard with the Jameson Williams. But that's what his role, all due respect, should be moving forward if you want this offense to be consistent. We saw what it was when he put the ball in Jared Goff's hands and asked him to throw 55 times. It's a loss. A close one, yes, but a loss nonetheless. The turnovers were there. It happened. It is what it is. Yeah. This is how this team needs to play to win football games.
I don't know about all that.
It is. You saw it last week. This is how this team needs to play. Run the football, get Monty going, break that defense down, and pepper in the middle of the field.
As I was saying, I don't know all about that because you could still run the ball effectively and efficiently and a lot and get Jameson Williams involved. It doesn't have to be separate things. You can run the ball with David Montgomery and hit Jameson Williams over the top a couple times. You didn't need it in this game, which is good. But like Eduardo O'Neill said it in the chat, Goff missed him on a couple throws down the field, and he did. And that could have changed the whole thing. He could have had 80 yards if you connect with those two balls. But I think, we saw week 1. That if you throw the ball to J-Mo a lot, get the ball, you can win that way too. So it's definitely you need to run the ball. But I think you can do both. Like, it doesn't have to be you have to run the ball, or you can only run the ball, or you can only throw to Jameson Williams. That's not what it has to be. You can run the ball efficiently and effectively and give Jameson Williams 5-7 targets a game.
Well, we haven't seen it. Like when this offense was most effective, it's running that football. You have to run the football. Jameson Williams sees targets. I'm not saying that you don't target big Jameson Williams, but don't take this offense vertical when you don't need to. You need to run the football of this team. Even when we go back to that week one, you want to talk about winning it and Jamo getting the targets. Okay, we didn't do nothing outside that one touchdown to him in the second half. When we took over the game and won it, what did we do? Run. Jared Goff is the best play action quarterback in the National Football League. You know what helps play action? Run.
And you know who's going to eat on play action
Jameson
passes when they get
effective
effective with
of
it?
his targets, but don't make it a vertical offense. It's not a vertical offense. Run the football, play the middle of the field, and when you could sneak J-Mo in there. The one he got, he could have, if the blocking was there a little bit, or if he just could cut up the field right away, they made a great tackle. He's quick enough. If the blocker's there, he could have made a play. Jared Goff threw that one out of bounds, but it's just not a vertical offense. I'm not telling you J-Mo can't get any targets, but I'm telling you this offense needs to run the football.
Yeah, I don't think they need to be mutually exclusive, but for sure we agree on that. The run is the best feature.
Yeah, I agree to, I guess, both of your points here, fellas. I think you have to run to start the games. Like, honestly, you need to set the tone. That's what I would say. The start of both the first half and the second half, like, I think you need to get back to running the rock the start of the third quarter and regaining, like, all of, like, the dominance of dominating a defensive line. And that opens it up for J-Mo. Yes, Jared Goff did miss him on the post route. He was wide open. He had like 5 steps on the guy closest to him. Just a bad throw from Goff down the field where, like Easy said, I think if he has a little bit more time, he's able to step up, make an accurate throw to J-Mo. But that's the thing with these deep balls to Jameson Williams. It's not going to be the most efficient play. So we need to see them, when they do have that extra step, we need to see Jared Goff hit that pass after getting set up with all of the play action. I think that's when this offense finally clicks at its best, is when we're dominating in the run and then hitting those deep shots while still incorporating guys like St. Brown and Laporta.
Please continue. Expand more.
He can still be effective in that 11 personnel too. Like, I think the one they had was like I had to look back at it, but I think it was like a fake jet sweep that let him out there in the backfield. So he can make plays too. I just saying, don't make this vertical. Do what works for you.
Yeah, I don't think
run
anybody
the goddamn
wants
football.
that. I don't think anybody was saying we should turn this into a run and shoot offense. But Jameson Williams is a playmaker and needs the ball in his hands.
One question real quick. I think this has been 3 weeks in a row now. You see Jared Goff get out and escape for a big first down.
Dual threat quarterback Jared Goff.
Jet JG.
That was the fastest I've ever seen Jared Goff move, was that first down run where he made some plays and he took off around the edge. They ran a naked boot with Jared Goff, and he got the first down. So I'd love to see that. That's what I've been saying. That's what we've both been saying. We're not asking Jared Goff to be something he's not. You're not asking Jared Goff to be Lamar Jackson or Vince Young or somebody. But if it's there, if you got 5 yards, take the 5 yards instead of just throwing the ball out of bounds.
Yep. That's right. Patrick Mahomes not the fastest guy in the league, but when it's there,
but you did say it was pretty.
His chubby ass is running.
He did say he was pretty, and he is chubby.
I think he said he plays the game pretty, but
can't teach your old dog new tricks. My ass. Shout out Jared Goff for getting into it in the offseason. Let's go, baby. Yeah. And he's not that old. I'm just messing around.
I mean, he's hanging out with Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He wants to run a little bit. Yeah, he wants to show off the athleticism. JG out there made some plays in important times. What I really like about this offense, though, what we've seen, I think in the Ben Johnson era now, is, to Easy's point, when you're closing the game, when you're closing down the club, you just bring in David Montgomery and you give him the rock 10 times in a row. And he just runs through the soul of defenses, and you chew off 7 minutes on the clock and you win a game because David Montgomery, he goes forward, he hits hard, and he finishes runs. And I love that. Like I said it the other day, the best formation in the NFL is victory formation. The second best formation for the Detroit Lions is David Montgomery in the fourth quarter because he just bleeds the clock and wins games.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. He's that security guard at the strip club kicking everybody out.
Yeah.
It's time to go, and you're still having fun. The stripper's still kind of drunk, so she's still hanging out too. He's the guy that's like, all right, we got to get
time to go, buddy.
We got to get the fuck home. Yeah. You got kids, bitch.
Yeah. You already hit that ATM 4 times. You don't need to do this.
I saw you, fam.
Trying to throw ones, throw some 20s, be a real man.
You get taxed $30 every time, too. All right.
That shit's ridiculous, dude.
That is crazy. Now, the higher you go, it's like a 30% in it or something like that?
Yeah,
it's a big chunk.
Just an
of
insane fees.
Yeah, pro tip, make sure you grab your cash before you hit the booty club.
Yes.
Yeah. But
it never, I mean,
yeah.
You're always going to run out.
You're always going to run out.
If I do that, if I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to get $400 before I go to the strip club.
Yeah.
A couple hours, like, damn, I got to hit the ATM.
Speaking of working on your booty.
You can do it at Planet Fitness. I thought it was the KDK Arena first.
Divorce.
Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, we mean anyone, can work on their fitness goals. You can get a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this. Plus, you can upgrade to the Black Card to get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and all that good stuff, as well as 2,500 locations worldwide if you got that Black Card. Join in Club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. And let me tell you about the watch party and the post-game show, both live at Hayes Social every week for the Detroit Lions, presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. So, Monday night game, if you're not going downtown, come to Hayes Social. It's a lot of fun. Check out the New Holland watch party and post-game show.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Oh, Detroit Sports. Head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab today, and check out all that they have to offer. Amazing Detroit swag. Check out woodwardsports.com, latest gear. woodwardsports.com, click the shop tab today.
My laptop just died, which means I'm done reading imbecile comments. I'm just kidding. My laptop died. This is in charge of reading imbecile comments. You're not imbeciles. I just thought it'd be funny to say that. Smash that like button, be your friend, tell a friend, share this stream.
Sam B33 says, need a hydro massage at Planet Fitness after a Diddy party.
Whoa.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah. Get your freak off. Get your freak off.
Freak off, man.
All right. Spinny. Michigan State, first loss of the season. Reaction.
Can't throw 3 interceptions and expect to win a game. As Aiden Childs lost that game for Michigan State. They were in it until the end. And then, he made a bad throw. You got to be better than that. It's plain and simple. Defense played well. They did enough to win the game, but you can't turn the ball over 4 times and expect to win, especially on the road.
Nick, can you screenshot your fantasy team where you traded for Tyreek Hill? I want to see if you won or not.
I lost. Good to see. Yeah, I lost.
No,
about Childs, though, real quick. I want to hit on this. I think, It would have been kind of a season-defining win, honestly, in a sense. You go on the road for the second time, big game. Getting that dub would have been massive for State moving forward, because then you think about games against a Michigan or an Iowa, and you could feel comfortable where you would be in that game. I'm
pretty comfortable against Iowa. I think we're going to beat Iowa. Iowa sucks. We should have beat them last year.
I think Will Johnson might get them once or twice if he's throwing those picks against Boston College, and but I still he obviously is the sky's the limit for Childs. It's just you got to stay away from the turnovers. I want to see Jonnu Smith really reel that in as this season goes on for the State. But I'm glad they had a chance to win it on the road against a good team in BC.
Yeah, I think BC's a pretty good team, and there's their red bandana night. They always do pretty well. Those jerseys are sick, by the way, especially for gang affiliated. I mean, how do you not have one of those? But Aiden Childs, I think you see the potential all the time. He had one play where I thought he broke his kid's or snapped his kid's ACL.
Yeah.
It was Cam Newton-esque, man. Like, he has got the sky's the limit, it feels like, with Aiden Childs. He just has to tone it down a little tiny bit. I know the ball was wet out there, but we've been watching him all season. He's kind of, irresponsible at
makes some
times.
bad decisions.
Yeah.
Supremacy says, no Childs talk, please. Wow. He's given up on his quarterback already?
Wow. I don't know if he's given up on him. He just doesn't want to talk about it after having a bad game.
Giving up on Aiden Childs already. That's piss poor behavior.
Supremacy. What the hell? What kind of fan is that?
That's piss poor behavior. That's for sure. Who's next up? Iowa, you said?
No, it's not Iowa. I'm not sure.
Look it up. And then the Michigan court, I know we talked about a little bit, Nick, but
Ohio State. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then Oregon.
Hosting Ohio State at Oregon, hosting Iowa.
Yeah.
To be fair,
they have the hardest schedule.
Ohio State's they kind of remind me of Michigan last year. Where in the first half, they're hanging around for no reason at all. There's no way Marshall should be there with you. And in the second half, they kind of just take off. They did it with Toledo, Marshall.
And
hopefully Michigan
Runyon
State
says we were
capitalized on
missing
that.
our top 2 wide receivers. That's true, but it's still no
That's a great
excuse. You had the opportunity to win that game. If you don't turn the ball over 4 times, you win that game.
Beyond that, actually, because I know you were doing the bar. There were 2 wide open touchdowns that you missed too.
Yeah.
And by the way, why is that only available on the ACC network? When we're that was bullshit.
No idea.
That was garbage. Yeah. And then Michigan, holy fuck, what a win! I'm not gonna lie, I wanted you guys to lose. There's certain people in the chat that said some things, and I'm just like, that's ridiculous. You're just being a fanboy right now. And then they proceeded to lose. I've been waiting for them to come back around, so I got ha-ha at them, and I was hoping this would be another ha-ha moment, but no, it was a fucking Michigan stepped up to the plate moment.
Took care of business
Goddamn.
for sure.
Yeah.
The
defense too.
The lowest amount of passing yards in a win, I think, in college football, since the forward pass was invented. It was 32 yards throwing or something like that. It was insane. But yeah, Mullins looked insane. Orgy was giving them obviously his athleticism out of the backfield, and they punched USC right in the mouth. It was a good win.
I got 2 go ahead, Nick actually bought the Michigan stuff, and then I got this update for the NFL.
Yeah, it was a massive win. It was kind of it was Sharon Moore's first
respectable win.
Not just respectable, but kind of season-defining win where you can actually look back at the season, hopefully be proud. Plus, maybe Texas was just on a whole nother level than everybody right now in the country. That's where I'm that could have been that, and I could have overreacted to that. You guys know I'm an extremely emotional guy in this booth.
I don't think you were, because they didn't look good against Fresno State. They didn't really look good against Arkansas State, as good as they should have against the Arkansas State team. So I don't think you overreacted. I think this was a game where they really calmed down a lot of the fans, because I think your thoughts and your feelings were pretty reasonable for the way they had been playing. But you can't do that. What they did against USC, you're not going to be able to do that against Ohio State and Oregon. You're going to have to put up points in those games to win.
I mean, one other thing, though, I want to say I will blame Sharon Moore for not starting Alex Orji and doing this from the start.
Yeah.
Because you needed to do this to obviously have any semblance of an offense. Obviously, it's running the ball 50 times a game, but if you have to turn into Army or Navy to win 9 games, let's effing do it. 9, 10 wins, maybe sneak into the playoff. But I want to shout out Josiah Stewart, 8 pressures, 3 quarterback hits, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Absolute monster. That's his second really big game of the year. So Josiah Stewart, stock rising.
That's big. I mean, your big players on defense showed out. Josiah Stewart showed out. Mason Graham showed out. Will Johnson, obviously, with the pick 6. These guys that are supposed to be first-round picks played like first-round picks in the biggest game of the year so far. So props to them. props to that defense for going out there and shutting down USC.
Second biggest game
so far this year. Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know if I didn't expect them to win against Texas. I think this is a bigger game than that matchup because if you lost this game, the chances of you getting in the playoff are extremely low.
Texas still a big game. That's what.
But I think this is more important because, like I said, if you lose this game, the chances of them getting in the playoff are extremely low. So you needed to win this game. I mean, and they did. They took care of business. So props to Michigan.
Back to being a top 12 team, fellas.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
That's very impressive. Yeah, honestly, I think they can carry that momentum a little bit too. I think they needed that for confidence reasons.
Real quick, want to give a shout out to Big Red for losing in overtime. That one hurt.
Man. Yeah.
That one hurt. My boy Dylan Raiola. Hopefully learn from it. If he connects on a touchdown late, they don't lose that game.
Yeah.
Freshman missed a big throw.
Exactly.
And I think that they'll be just fine. But I think they'll end the season with 9 wins.
If we're giving Aiden Childs breaks, like that guy deserves some breaks too.
Yeah, definitely. So shout out Nebraska. It was fun. But
Orgy.
Illinois? Is Illinois for real? What is going on?
Well, I want to ask you about the orgy show. Is that a guy moving forward?
For the rest of the season, probably, but he still can't really throw the ball. I caught the highlights because I was, busy getting married and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a big day. I wasn't
You heard
able
it
to
here
watch
first.
too much.
Nick got married.
Yep.
Yeah.
Direct quote.
Confirmed.
Direct quote.
Yeah. What was your takeaway? Can you run with Orgy this season and make the playoff?
I think you're going to have to, but I think you get more creative with the play calling. That still felt dull. But even go back to last year, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of dull then too. You just bully balled everybody, which is what they did against USC, but you lose 18 of those guys that you're bully balling, it's going to look a little different this year. That's why I think Michigan fans are freaking out a little bit too early. Also had a little bit too strong of expectations after losing that many people. I think it's even Jim Harbaugh when he first took over. And it's not necessarily the same thing because they're in worse shape then. But how many years did it take Jim Harbaugh until this thing started forming itself, and to what the final product ended up being? I think Sherrod Moore maybe doesn't deserve as much time as Jim Harbaugh because Jim Harbaugh's been doing it a long time and doing it really well. But give him some time as well. But Orgy, yeah, he's gonna have to be your guy.
They need a quarterback.
Just get more creative at least. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna line up like that, 13 personnel, whatever, run with him on the outside or something. I don't know. But he was 7 of 12, 32 yards. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got to go to break though. Tell us about Boys and Girls.
The Boys and Girls Club is the best youth football league in Metro Detroit, so make sure you join the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. Offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. Remember, all coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks so you can register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are included with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field, the home of the Detroit Lions, for just $175 per child. So put the youth back at youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sport.
And let me tell you about Sabbath Coffee. Fuel your Lions fandom with a perfect cup and become a subscriber of the Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Whether you are gearing up for a big game or savoring a quiet morning, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, locally sourced specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to www.sabbathcoffeeroasters.com. Choose your favorite roast. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awake, unwind, support local, and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today.
Wow, why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. Easy joined by Small Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Breaking news. Christian McCaffrey still doesn't know what the fuck's going on with his Achilles. He gets headed to Germany to figure out what's going on there.
Germany?
Yeah,
Germany.
Germany's actually been like a spot. I know Kobe got his like stem
But
cell
that was
shit
a
there.
knee, though.
Oh.
It's a big like stem cell spot.
I just need you to trust me, that's all.
I don't know if that's why or
Stem cells
not.
illegal in sports?
I can't hear you. Talk louder.
Oh, I said, aren't stem cells illegal in sports? I know there was like a time when it was like
I don't know.
controversial, and they were debating the legality of it. But
I don't know if it's sports, but I think it's like maybe the medicine. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what the situation is there.
Oh.
Google it if.
Hey, listen,
or
I'm
say
all
it.
for making these athletes superhuman. So
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
And then also Brock Purdy day to day. I guess something's going on right there too. Derwin James also suspended for without pay for
what?
violating the league's intended protection for health and safety protocols. So I don't know.
What did he do?
Maybe another dirty hit. It'd be nice they played a video with that one. I saw this comment from Charles earlier, and we were kind of talking about something else, but we are in the mailbag segment of today's show, and he asked if teams figured out the Detroit Lions offense. Going back to last week when I watched like the offense, and then with multiple people too, myself, Dion, I think the offense was fine there. I did not watch all of yesterday's, though. I had to watch that second half, but I think we're straight. It's just a matter of execution. I think you talked about the Jared Goff one to J-Mo when they did go deep and then went out of bounds. No, I think our offense is straight. We just got to execute a little bit better. I'm not really chipping off the offense. Our view?
No.
Or do you
no.
have teams figure this out?
No, I don't think teams just figured this out. He cited the Jameson Williams sweep where Budda Baker came in and made that play. Budda Baker's a damn good safety
he's
in
really
the
good.
NFL, and he just reacted very well to the Jameson Williams sweep, and unfortunately, he made the play before J-Mo could get going there. No, I don't think they figured it out. They've been sloppy, man. The offense hasn't been as sharp as we expected it to be. So
talk about uncharacteristic and not being sharp. 4 or 5 false starts on the offense?
Yeah,
on the offensive line. Like so those are things where it's like that's the bread and butter. That's the heart and core of this Detroit Lions offense is the offensive line. So that to me is like an uncharacteristic thing. That's not to me a Ben Johnson failure or even a Jared Goff failure. I think that's something that can be fixed. So going forward, I'm not worried about it.
It's fair. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in.
Damn.
Make sure you smash that like button. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.